Okay, I want to talk to you about Darin Erstad. I'm kind of a stat nerd, so from time to time I look up stats, and one of my favorite players of all time was Andrew Jones. So, as a 10-time Gold Glove winner, I wanted to see where he stood among the all-time greats in fielding percentage. So, upon doing that, Andrew Jones had a 99% fielding percentage, which is excellent. But I began to look at the top of the list, and a name that stood out to me was Darin Erstad. And I was like, that's interesting. So I did a little more research on him, and Darin is quite the character as far as his talents. So you pull up his Wikipedia. In high school, he went to a small school around probably less than 1,000 students, maybe 800 or so. But he was a place kicker and punter, and he played hockey, and he won state titles in 110 and 300 meter hurdles. That's interesting, but a small school, he still had to probably face some great runners, being in a state championship, winning state championships. So, as we all know, he dominated baseball, and he was selected the number one pick. But what some of you may not know is that he was a punter for the Cornhuskers and won the 1994 national championship, averaging 42 yards per punt, the 14th best mark. So this guy was a beast. Also, in high school, he played American Legion baseball, and he was a pitcher with a 10-2 record. There's no point in even mentioning the baseball because you have to kill it to make it to the pros. So we all know that. I just wanted to mention how things that I didn't know he dominated at, and so. We're not going to call him a superstar by any means, but I think he definitely earned star status because he was a two-time All-Star. He won the World Series, and he was a 3-time Gold Glove winner. He probably would have won it more had he not had all the stiff competition of that era who were excellent defensive fielding specialists. And he won a Silver Slugger Award in 2000, and you pull up his stats, and it was a beast year for him. In 2000, he batted a .355 with a .409 on base percentage, 25 home runs. So he won the Silver Slugger that year, and he had a pretty good career. 1,600 games. He had almost 1,700 hits. He wasn't really a power hitter, but he 282 is a solid average, and getting on the base 336 is you couldn't ask for more really for your average player. So he is a star. I wouldn't say a superstar, but he definitely is a bona fide star. Retired at 35. So what I was getting at, really, he is the top. He is number one. This guy's still playing. He's in the minors right now. But .58, this guy did not have near the success. You pull it up. This guy here, he's played in 1,200 games. Batted a .283. That's a pretty good on base, but he's only had 37 homers. So this guy, he has no awards either. I pulled up his Wikipedia. He didn't win no Gold Glove. He didn't win a Silver Slugger. He's never been an All-Star. So this guy here can't really hold candlestick to Darin in terms of success. But nevertheless, you played 1,000 games, and you are number one. That does speak a little bit And that does speak a little bit to be number one and play 1,000 games. But this guy here, I think, with that little hair of a difference, if he does make it back to the majors, he could end up right there below him. But there you have it, folks. Darin Erstad, a bona fide star that a lot of people probably didn't even know. And to me, that is impressive considering all these greats that you're above. Mike Trout, 99.33. Icaro, I mean, all these greats, and he's above them. Can he make the Hall of Fame? He was on the ballot one time at a 5%, but he fell off the ballot. And it's probably because he wasn't that great of a batter. I mean, he was better than your average, over 300 on base. But another neat stat here. Computer's acting a little laggy. Where was it? I read it. I think where I found it at, he was the only one to get a Gold Glove on first base and the outfield. Somewhere in here, I'm not going to read it all. Also, if you wonder what he's done lately, he was the Nebraska baseball coach. They made the regional a few times and finished first. Decent success, Who knows what he'll do next? He stepped down in 2019, but a decent head ball coach as well for the Nebraska, for his alma mater, and clean guy too. There's no dirt on him like you see on most players where they have dirt. So I mean, interesting guy. Being a punter, being a Division I punter, a track state champion, a pitcher. We don't even need to mention the college and high school because he became a number 1 pick. So we first pick. We know he killed that. So that's not even something to mention. But yeah, there you have it, folks. Y'all have a good one.